So this is our first episode of Mom Talks.
Mom, they got beat up already.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, Jesus, help us, Father.
Lord help us, Father. Okay, so this is Mom Talks.
I can't. You're going to make this a podcast.
Yeah, Mom. What do you mean? I'm not going to make it a podcast. This is going to be Mom Talks.
You're not putting this on YouTube.
Mom, that's where it's going.
Oh, my God.
That's where it's going. I mean, we get out, we get going, and then we get the viewers. When we get together, we do our little Mom Talks. Mom, why do you have your mask on? We're in the car with each other. You're not out in the public right now. What is going on?
I have to have my mask on if you're going to be putting me on YouTube.
Mom!
I do not want to catch any germs.
You don't want to catch any germs.
I don't want the germs to catch me.
You don't want the germs to catch you. Mom, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is our, even with this being like our first episode, you know, Mom, like you're saying, state trooper. State boys. Mom, so let's talk.
Well, that's what we talk about.
Can you please take the mask off your face? We're not doing this. Like, we're in the car together. Like, this is ridiculous. Been in here the whole entire time, Mom.
Okay, so the germs are spread from your spit.
Mom, listen. Okay.
From what you're out of your mouth.
But we're not talking to anybody else. We're talking amongst each other.
You're putting pathogens in the air. Oh my God, he stopped right here.
Who?
The cop. Did he stop there or was that one already there? Oh, he ran up on somebody.
He was stopping someone. Oh no, they probably was already out there. Yes, they were already out there.
That's a van. It's empty.
That van was not empty. It was somebody in it.
Well,
it was a person in it.
Well, it took 2 cop cars to come up on them.
Oh really? My goodness. Yeah, that's kind of
2 cop cars.
2 cop cars.
Really ridiculous.
Okay, so basically what I was saying, Mom, is that I just wanted a sewing machine for Christmas, and you basically said you said you're not.
I don't want any. You want a sewing machine. That's all you want.
That's all I want.
That's a sewing machine. And all I said I want is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's it. You don't want anything.
There's nothing that you need. God has supplied all our needs.
Yes, amen to that.
And many blessings.
Many blessings.
I've had a whole lot of blessings.
Yes.
A whole lot of grandkids.
Wait a minute.
And a few great grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a blessing.
You don't have that many great grands.
I have enough. Every time I turn around, there's one more coming.
So which one do you think acts like you the most?
Of my grandkids or my
grandchildren?
I don't know too much about my great grandkids, but I do know. I think Joel. Joel reminds me of my childish 4-year-old days, my 3-4-year-old days, because I was singing at that time, and I could carry a tune. And I'm telling you, my mother would take me around the neighborhood so that I could sing for people. Jesus loves me, this little light of mine, all those little things, little songs. And I wasn't going for money, but then after I started getting money, I wanted to go every week. Is this week am I going this week? Because I'm going to get money. So, but I wasn't looking for money. I just like to sing. So, and so that part of me, Joel reminds me of. But Julia, whoo, Lord have mercy. What's in a name? You name that child, Julia.
Marianne.
And when you name that child, she got
feisty.
She got the feisty, the sassy.
Yeah, because Mama was feisty, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
yes.
She got the feisty, the sassy, and the smart mouth.
You ain't never lied.
She just and no filter. See, my mother, Mary Lou cut you like a two-edged sword. And she gonna tell it like it is, and she ain't gonna sugarcoat it. And that's Julia. Julia says things, and you like, huh? Who said that? And then the other kids say, when Mia is giving those looks, right? They like, I said, where did that come from? And they say, Grandma, it came from you.
Exactly.
I said, I don't look at nobody like that. They said, yes, you do, Grandma. So, I don't know. I'm going to say Joelle, Mia, and Julia.
Testy, huh?
Yes. Now, the other ones, the older ones, I don't think any of them. You know what? As far as, I would say Jay.
Okay.
AJ. Because AJ is something else. When I talked to AJ and AJ said, if they acting up, he said, just line them up and beat their butts. And I was like, okay, where did that come from?
Line them up and beat their butts.
Line them up and beat their butts.
Horrible.
They got smart mouths. He said, just line them up and beat their butts. And I'm like, oh, Lord, where'd Jay get that from? But, what can I say? So I think AJ has a little bit of his grandma in him. But, I don't know.
Jay, Julia, Mia, and Joelle. They do.
Julia and Joelle, oh my God, they're just too feisty. They're just too feisty.
They're too funny.
They're too funny for the world.
Too fickle. You say one little thing to Julia, she act like she's having a whole heart attack. She goes off.
And then I'm gonna say Jasmine, because I think that with Jasmine is that she's been around grandma too long. Because Jasmine believes in, are you acting up? Oh, well, I'm gonna beat your butt. You're acting up? Get over here. Really? You're acting up? So yeah, I think Jasmine got a little bit of my mom in her.
Is that what my mom do? My mom beat their
She got
butt?
a little bit of my mom in her.
My mom beat their butt. My mom don't even talk to them, huh? She just beat their butt.
Listen. Sit down. When I tell you to sit down, that's what I mean.
Sit down.
I don't mean get up, start playing or whatever, and then don't talk back.
Well, how is that possible when you being a school teacher and you had so much control over the classroom?
Well, I had no,
But
because it's different when you get with your own. It's different when you have your own
children.
It's different.
And your own grandchildren.
When I taught, I had to be the teacher, but I also had to be their confidant, somebody they could trust, somebody they could believe in. You understand? So, and have compassion, and I had to be able to have self-control, so that they would have self-control. So you have to.
So what are you saying? Wait a minute. What are you saying? You're not supposed to have that with your own kids.
Well, yeah.
Everything that you do with the kids that you're teaching, you do with us.
Listen. After you work 8 hours.
Oh man.
With children.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Working with children is a challenge.
Yes.
Raising children
is a challenge. Yes.
And working with children also helped me to know how to raise my babies
Mm-hmm.
when they were coming up and how to work with them. I was a little rough on my children because I expected more.
Yeah, expectations.
From them.
Yeah.
I had high expectations for my children,
Mm-hmm.
just like I had in my classroom.
Mm.
And I wasn't no nonsense teacher. I mean, when I taught, I wanted to be able to see the fruits of your labor, so to speak. I wanted to be able to say, what did you get out of this?
Yeah.
You know, I reviewed to see what did you learn. And so not only did when you taught it, you wanted to come back and see that it was being applied. You understand?
Yeah.
So that was kind of it was a lot of challenging moments being a teacher. A teacher is rewarding. Now, I taught first. Now I started out in pre-K, so I started out with the little ones. Now that was a challenge because I started out with at the daycare with children playing in sand and water and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna be able to handle this? These little kids. So I think my first time I went to work, I came dressed in, I tried to dress. I was being cutesy. But after my first day, and I realized that I was going to have sand, paint, water.
All types of stuff.
I came in there in a raggedy shirt because my supervisor looked at me. She said, "You don't want to come dressed like that tomorrow, okay? You don't want to wear your best up in here." Don't Jersey Mike's right there. You don't want to wear your best. It's over there.
We were supposed to get over and take a U-turn.
Well,
but I can go do it on the way coming back.
So I remember I came in there the next day. Whew, I had some jeans on because you had to get in the floor with the kids.
Yeah.
You can't be cutesy. When you teach it, you can't come in there cute. You got to wear comfortable pants, and you got to wear something that you don't mind getting dirty or whatever, because you're going to have little dirty hands. You're going to have, back then, we didn't have to worry about COVID and nothing like that. So you're going to have snotty noses that you got to clean.
Yeah.
Children eating boogies. Snot flowing all down their face, and they snapping it up, and you're like, oh my God. So I remember that was my first experience, was in the pre-K. But I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to take it back. Before I ever started teaching, I was a babysitter. And I never forget, before I had my own children, I used to be I think when I was 16, I was what they called a mother's helper. They used to put an ad in the paper before you become a mother's helper. And I worked in...
a nanny.
No, I was a mother. They called it a mother's helper.
Isn't that the same thing as a nanny?
No.
Didn't you help the mom?
No, I was a mother's helper.
What is a mother's helper? I took
care of... I took care of the younger ones. I just took care of I don't know where the mom was. I think the father was a doctor. So this was out there in those rich in the rich areas of what is it? We go down Woodcrest, the Woodcrest area.
Okay.
Yeah, that Woodcrest area. That was my first job, and I worked for. They were called the. I think they were called the Bramnicks, and there was a doctor, and I took care of their two children. They had a son and a daughter. So they were Jewish, I think. They were Jewish. Son and daughter.
The help.
And I had to walk the kids, go outside and play with them,
Mm-hmm.
push them in the stroller.
Mama's a nanny.
Whatever. Chingy, the title was Mother's Helper.
Nanny.
Okay?
It's just, they just changed the name as society started to change. They didn't like the name Mother's Helper, so now they start calling people nannies.
Whatever.
And then after that, then it says babysitters.
That's
what it is. I'm just saying.
Whatever, Chingy. Whatever you want to call
You
it.
said mother's.
I know I was a mother's helper.
Yeah, I know you're a nanny.
I was helping them out.
Mom. Helping them. Yeah, that's what it is.
And I think I worked on that job for
what?
I must have stayed on that one. That was my very first one. And I stayed on that job maybe because I only worked on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I stayed on that for less than a month. The kids was crying at night, whatever. I was like, I can't take all this. So I left that one. Because they was little teeny babies. They were little kids. They was real little. And it was my first job. I felt some kind of way, like I felt like I was getting homesick, being away from my home.
Oh,
all weekend, because I was there from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, so you stayed over?
I stayed overnight.
So, Mother, you were the help.
I was the mother's helper. I'm gonna tell you again.
You was a nanny.
I was the mama's helper.
You was the nanny.
I was the mother's helper.
You spent the night.
You
stayed from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday.
That's not a babysitter.
Sunday.
That's not a babysitter.
They didn't say babysitter. They said mother's helper.
Yeah, that's the help.
Okay.
You remember that movie, The Help?
I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
Ooh, so you was the help.
Ooh,
that's all right. That's good.
I wasn't making no pies though.
All right, no pies.
Okay,
but you were just taking care of the children. Yes, you were cooking and taking care of the children.
I was not cooking.
That's
but
awesome.
I was making sandwiches and feeding the little children.
That's awesome. Mama, I didn't even know you did all of
Yes,
that. I didn't know you started out that way.
Yes,
I always
I
thought
did.
that, when you came out of the womb, you was just a teacher.
No.
But I didn't realize.
No, that was my first job, and then I worked for the guy that sells the hearing aid, Ashton and Belton hearing aid. I worked then. That was my next job. But then I was in high school.
Okay.
I was in my high school and that's where in Ramblewood Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was nope, I take that back. That was my Ashton and Belton was my third job. The one on Ramblewood Parkway was my second one. So I had three nanny jobs.
Okay.
Nanny jobs.
That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that,
And teaching wasn't my first love.
What was your first love?
My desire was to become a nurse. And I did. I passed the test for Helen Fund School of Nursing.
Mm-hmm.
I passed the test, because you had to go to Temple. You had to go to Temple University.
Yeah.
And you had to take a test and and I passed the test, and I was I was going to Helen Fund. I got accepted and everything. The only thing with that was you had to be on campus at the hospital. You would stay there from Thursday. You would stay there from Thursday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would be off on Monday
and Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right. So, but you had to spend the night there.
Oh.
At the hospital. And I'm not sure if I wasn't married yet,
Okay.
but I was getting married,
Okay.
and my future husband said, "You gonna be away from me home for 4 nights," and so I had to rethink that. I kind of had to rethink that. I was gonna be right there, not far. I was gonna be right there in New Jersey. I wasn't going anywhere. Right there at West Jersey, at what was it, Lady Lord's Hospitals, where the school was.
So you were, because you were getting married, you didn't want to make that decision. So maybe you should have rethought that husband.
Oh.
Maybe you should.
No,
Maybe you should have rethought that
let me tell
marriage.
you, so then, this is how I say okay, so sometimes your steps are ordered by God. So then,
Well, all of our steps
so
are
I
ordered
had
by
gotten accepted to that, and my mother made the statement. She said, "I don't know why." She said, "I don't know why you want to be a nurse or a doctor." She said, "Because you can't stand the sight of blood, and you certainly don't want to change no baby. You can't change baby poop.
Oh,
I know you don't
man.
want to change no people poop."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Oh Lord." So I kind of rethought all of that, and I got
Well, you did what you're supposed to do.
I didn't say no.
Yeah.
I didn't say no. And then one day I got called into the guidance office, and I was told that I was chosen out of one of 16 to have a scholarship to Rutgers University.
Awesome.
And Menard. So I said, see how God works things?
Yeah. See, he works it out.
So,
So you wasn't supposed to mess with blood and stuff.
no, I wasn't supposed to
You
make
was just supposed to be. You was just supposed to be controlling the babies. That's our first episode of Mother Talks. Yes, in a classroom. So we heard about her experiences in a classroom.
No, you ain't heard about them.
Wait, we didn't hear about the experiences yet, but we're going to hear about that soon. Right now, we're going to go ahead in the store. That's our first episode. We'll come back to you guys either today or another day when we get together. Have a good one. Say bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.